Hi, Eric Kuser here with another Conflict Guru blog post. Today I'm talking about part 2 of the post I did last time about anger being a dirty word. And as I said last time, we tend to treat anger as a dangerous, scary, even wrong thing that has no place in human discourse or any kind of interaction when we're upset. But in fact, the truth is anger is completely natural. Anger is what we do as human beings when we get into conflict for a very simple reason. Anger is really the second response of our first response of anxiety. Anger in any creature is the sense that we're trapped. Anxiety says, I'm at risk and I have to run. Anger says, I can't run, I've got to stay and do something about this. When a person gets angry, what you're really seeing is them, in their own thinking, feeling like they're trapped or stuck or pinned in some way. And that's a great thing to understand. Now we're assuming, of course, that anger stays verbal and relational, that it's not proceeding to violence. That's a different conversation. And if that starts to happen, we need to get out of the way and take different steps. But when we're talking about anger in conflict, anger between people, anger in a team, anger in a family, we want to instead stop and do several things. We first want to understand that we need to listen, that when someone is angry, the best thing we can do for ourselves, for them, it doesn't matter whether it's us or somebody else being angry, the first thing to do is listen. And when I say listen, I mean reflectively listen. Paraphrase back what you've heard so the angry person knows, it's very clear that you've listened. All kinds of research across decades of communication studies have taught us this simple thing about anger. When we feel listened to, we begin to de-escalate. I'm going to say it again. The minute we have the sense that we're being heard, we tend to then become less angry. So, thing to do one, listen. And listen until the other person goes, okay, you understand now, I feel heard. That's one. Two, practice a little bit of empathy for yourself and for other people when you or they are angry. When someone's angry, really the truth is they're anxious. They don't necessarily understand that. Heck, you may not in the middle of your anger. But whatever's happening, give anger some room. Be respectful to it and listen. I've said listen to it already, but then also respect it. Be present for it. And finally, number three, understanding that anger can be a goldmine. It can tell us all kinds of ways to begin to work through the problem. Once a person's been able to, well, process their anger, express it even briefly, they can begin to think again a little more clearly and a lot more rationally. And that's the moment you can begin to do something about this conflict. Even long-standing, long-simmering conflicts can move remarkably quickly towards resolution, or at least the beginnings of resolution, if we begin to treat it as an opportunity to work with the other person. So in summary, anger is really anxiety. It means that somebody feels trapped, whoever's being angry. And the things to do about anger are one, listen carefully and reflectively. Number two, let that person have their anger. Be respectful of the fact that they are anxious and they're feeling trapped. And number three, see it as an opportunity to do something different this time, to actually reach a solution or to work towards something that's going to help diminish and eradicate that conflict. All right, see you next time.